So this is a live look here in the 3000 block of North Elm Street. It's a residential neighborhood near Longfellow Elementary School.
Now, as we take a look at the scene, it has since been cleared, but it was a completely different story just minutes ago. Police and fire crews were called here just after 5 a.m. after they found a car flipped completely over to its roof. Again, we will be continuing to cover this and figure out what exactly happened. Here is a photo of what we initially came to upon, again, at that same location. You see that four-door sedan completely flipped over. Again, we'll be working diligently to get those details.
Also, a breaking news update this morning on a wanted man who police say is dangerous. They are looking for a reckless endangerment suspect, and they warn that if you spot him, you need to call 911 right away and do not approach him. 22-year-old Termaine Rainey is wanted for reckless endangerment, probation violations, and fleeing.
Officers surrounded a South Fargo apartment building last night in hopes of catching him, but later determined he'd left the area before police arrived. Rainey is 5'8", about 180 pounds, with brown hair, brown eyes. Again, call police if you have any information on this man. It's all clear for the most part on roads around the region that were snowy and icy just yesterday.
Yeah, we've checked on the flights this morning, and everything in Fargo and Grand Forks is scheduled on time for now anyway. But we want to get a check of your forecast for when we could have some more nasty winter weather coming our way with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, we'll have to watch those flights coming up for tomorrow, especially Friday afternoon and evening, because that's when I'm expecting the combo of snow and wind to create blowing snow. And that's our first alert weather day, our next round of wintry weather coming our way. And we do have a few flakes out there this morning. This is the radar. East of us, we are seeing, or eastern parts of our valley, rather, we're seeing Bemidji down through the Hubbard County area, Park Rapids, down into more parts of Lakes Country, seeing a few flakes. There may be some other spots getting a few flurries here this morning to start off. But that's the area where the radar is at least detecting some of them, and it should be fairly light. It's also pretty cold out there, especially the earlier you start your day, the colder it's going to be. We're looking at some frost on the windshields at the lot at Luther Family Fort, so you're going to want to get out and get those windshields scraped a little bit earlier this morning and bundle up. Temperature 15 degrees right now in Fargo, but factor in this wind. It's turning southeasterly, which is good for warming us up, but we've got a gust of 25, so that's going to have impacts on how it feels outside. And right now it feels just like 1 degree in Fargo. There are a lot of places checking in with wind chills below 0. So for the kids out at the bus stop this morning, they're going to want that extra layer again, but it does improve as the day goes on. Here's a look. We're going to see temperatures reaching right around that melting point at 32 degrees. Just watch out for the wind. Several events tonight, several holiday events on this December 1st, and one of them is the parade in Valley City, the Parade of Lights, and that starts at 6 p.m. So it's going to be a little cold out there when we factor in that wind, so you'll want to bundle up and maybe get yourself a hot chocolate while you're out watching the parade. And the Holiday Lights Parade in Fargo-Moorhead on Saturday, also going to be a cold one in the wake of that storm system on Friday. Again, wind and snow, well, the latest for you on that event throughout the next couple of days. And we'll just ignore the really cold air coming in for next week. The weekend's looking pretty good.
Let's just focus on the nice holiday light parades.
Yeah.
Those all make us happy.
Yeah, it should be nice and bright, and we're looking at least not a lot of wind and snow affecting us on Saturday.
Okay. Fargo police asking for help finding a missing woman who hasn't contacted family members in nearly 2 weeks. 23-year-old Salacia Jewett may be driving a black BMW. Anyone with information is urged to call Fargo police or your local law enforcement.
A North Dakota murder suspect is asking a judge to drop the most serious charge against him, claiming there's not enough evidence to prove it. 41-year-old Shannon Brandt is accused of hitting 18-year-old Kaylor Ellingson with his SUV and killing him after a political argument in McHenry, North Dakota earlier this year. Brandt is also charged with fleeing the scene.
If the judge finds there is not probable cause for intentional murder of Ellingson, Brandt would be released from custody but could be recharged. Brandt's next hearing is Tuesday in Foster County. Family members now confirming the names of 2 people killed in a Lisbon, North Dakota house fire. Firefighters found the bodies of John and Courtney Person while putting out a fire on November 18th.
And there's no word yet on the cause, but the home is a total loss. A GoFundMe account has been set up for the family to support the couple's daughter. We do have a link to that. Find it on your VNL News app. Some NDSU students are scratching their heads about what the school's reorganization plan is going to mean for them.
The first step is to possibly merge or even eliminate some academic programs, and now students are reacting. Back in October, NDSU President David Cook announced major budget cuts, citing a budget shortfall of $10.5 million. Students are now questioning the possible impacts of that proposed plan, and they say the strategy may not be the best move.
They're spending money left and right. They just built a new football complex. It feels a little odd to cut academic programs.
NDSU has yet to determine which programs could be cut or merged. A comprehensive plan for the potential changes is not expected until January.
Minnesota is expanding its medical marijuana eligibility to now include irritable bowel syndrome and obsessive compulsive disorder, both as qualifying medical conditions. People with those conditions can apply for a license starting in July. The addition brings to 19 the number of conditions that qualify.
Minnesota medical cannabis legislation was signed into law in 2014, and this year 30,000 people are taking part in the program. Product options include dried cannabis, pills, vapor oils, liquids, topicals, powdered mixtures, lozenges, and edibles. In the season of giving, there are unfortunately some Grinches out there who view it as the season of taking. One new scam making its rounds claims that there are issues with your shipping address, and then they want your credit card information to pay for redelivery.
Now, the website looks legitimate until you really glance at the URL, and those precautions shouldn't stop online. To stop those porch pirates, police remind you to send your packages to your business or even have your neighbor hold on to them until you can pick them up yourself.
West Fargo is ringing in the holiday season today. The annual Light Up the Night event is tonight from 5 to 7 at the POW MAA Plaza along Cheyenne Street. There will be carolers, crafts, and free refreshments to go along with lighting up the city's Christmas tree. The Golden Drive for Homeless Kids will also be there collecting winter gear donations at the event.
And the West Fargo Public Library is hosting its annual Mitten Tree Drive to collect winter gear for kiddos. It starts today and goes through January 6th. You can drop off new or like new child-sized mittens, gloves, sweatpants, boots, underwear, or coats right there at the library. Handmade mittens and gloves are also welcome. The Mitten Tree can be found on the main floor of the West Fargo Public Library near the self-checkout machine.
Well, take a look at this video. It's a buzzer beater for the ages from an elementary school athlete in Illinois. Watch as the 8th grade boys basketball player Cooper Thorson launches a full court shot that won the game for the Pilots against their hometown rivals, the Marseilles elementary team. There's the shot.
Yeah, I love that it's an elementary school too. Oh my gosh, and all 20 of them go wild. Marseilles was ahead the whole game until a late game comeback from Milton Pope and that final buzzer beater shot from Thorson that sealed the deal. And hey, another reminder, folks, it ain't over till it's over.
Well, let's just keep this video playing. I want to see it one more time because here he goes for that free, another member goes for the free throw. They're all waiting. He goes for it, bounces off, and then look right here in the corner. There it is. And he drops.
MVP. I love this. Again, this is an elementary school, folks.
Oh yeah, 8th graders. I love how the ref even like throws his hands up and he's like, holy moly, there it goes.
I love this.
Yeah, great
what
stuff.
a great way to round out our Thursday
Yeah, put
morning.
a smile on your face this morning.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. We hope you stay warm and bundle up. Brace yourselves out there today.
We'll be back here tomorrow morning.